Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Yeah, no, they've done the split missions. They started in Heavensward, from my understanding. And, I mean, it's effective. It just takes some time to get through. But it effectively world builds. So we've gone to the south. We've seen the edge of the world. I'm a huge fan of that end of the world type aesthetic. I really am. I love the Ring City from Dark Souls 3. And so now, like, being able to just see other things, it's just, like, it's very interesting to see what they've been doing with this. Anyway, we have Alphinaud to get to. No, to me, what business do you have at my rookery? Bird. Some for the Exarch, no less. Ready with an armor for past Cluja. I'll pick you up, my friendly whelp. That's right, mounts like my great friend over the common sight in these parts, but I gather you hail from further afield, more accustomed to chocobos, perchance. There are a few places where they ride little else. Since you're plainly accustomed to riding armor, I think it best I accompany you on this flight myself. Any zone worthy of his name would do so, of course. But the Exarch sent you with me, ensuring you're safe. Wow, words. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. You can tell I've been playing for a little bit of time today and reading. Gather your things to meet me at the armor launch. One of the junior tamers will attend to you while I ready the mounts. Or day one Red Chocobo. I hear Red Chocobo is amazing. He is baby. Everyone's like the way they split it was there were two paths and choice of which to do was first solution to Raubon EX problem. No, well remember Heavensward you went to House for Tom Manor. You met you did that, and then you had to do the brother. One of them was Kurth and Highlands. The other brought you up into the sky, right? Cloud Top, right? By armor to Cluja. I suppose Master going with you. Okay, the Master should be along with mounts shortly. Hunt for Red Shocktober.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
All I know is Baja, my beloved. I haven't even done Baja. Baja, my beloved. We arrive at this cracked shell beach on the eastern coast of Kaluja. Should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, Sin Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not only more dangerous. The native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. People that you should be wary of. Sitting in the distance, that's Eulmore, the island's main settlement. Rivals the Crystarian scale and was once an ally in battle against the abominations. I saw that graphical thing. For years, the Eulmore and elite have fancied themselves as masters of what remains of the broken world. They have gone as far as to offer leaders of the settlement their protection if we bend the knee. To say their ideals are questionable, we're putting it mildly. The Crystarian is one among many who resist the heavy-handed authority, and we are not at war. Our relationships with Eulmore are strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties to the Exarch during your stay here, especially with the vicinity of the city. Lots of death. So much. You're bringing red mages in. All the reses. We understand each other. Now the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. I mean, this is also to get you some padded levels for going into the expansion. Get some new gear, too. You head south along the coast, so you eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of mine, Crystarian, lives there, a man who goes by the name of Eibor, who keeps an eye on anything that happens in Kaluja, and will be able to point you in the right direction if you hand him a sprig of time. Let him know that you can be trusted. Be enough. Find your friend. I'll stay that with the armor. Stay here with the armor until you're ready to return. Goblins! Created an Abaja. Crazy. That's a sand goo boy. Hate it. Can I clip it? Can I Skyrim this? Can I Skyrim it? No, it's so close. 14 is very good with not being able to jump sequence break shit. Maybe. There we go. Got it. It was worth it. That is a moondog. So what are you after? Fish, crab, think you got an eel in the barrel somewhere if you taste for him. Do a bit of time, chuck some in the pan, and it's a bloody festival flavor. Now what does that can do for you? Say it's the many major upsets to report the past few weeks. Alphinaud, yeah, I know the one, our young champion of the downtrodden. Eulmore's richer than all of Norrund put together. That's a different story for them as they live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes our friends' dedication to helping others stand out all the more. And as our guess as to where he is now, but get a message to him, but you'll need more quiet to meet away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's sufficient. We'll just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse of a tavern locals call Leaky Keel. Wait there, and I'll see Alphinaud joins you. Somehow I feel this isn't going to be as easy as possible because aristocrats are involved. Yes, give me bird. Lizard bird. The hair Moogle? Oh, it's the livery Moogle. Okay, that's why. Like, wait a minute. I know that Kupo. Wow, talk about a small tavern. Okay. I would hang here. First on the tavern is Kitty, you can't just jump on the bar. Come on now. Customer to buy a drink if you mean to later. What will you be having? Mead. Oh, those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear. I doubt they have any value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity. I'm not about to go begging for one of the neighbors, so we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. Here's an idea. There is a common to the north where we grow our vegetables. Lately, the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? You squash any vermin you find, visit the caretaker and give an earful for me for sleeping on the job, being held silent next to the fence, snoring like as not. That for me, you can laze about here as you like. Okay. Republic credits will be fine. No, they won't. Republic credits will do fine. I haven't seen these enemies in a hot minute, actually. Ew. At worst, I also have Arcane Circle as well. But I really need to be just in the middle with something to pop that. When the level 70 gnats show up, that's how you know they mean business. 3, 4, full. We'll just keep building, why not? Easy. Nah, as I said, mostly it's just me actually getting used to the rotation and what some of the skills do. And then finding out, oh, this is the optimal way to use it, or looking it up. Lighthouse past day and ton of the Sally ended. Oh my god. Amazing. Maybe we should knock louder. Occupant is hard of hearing, maybe? I'm gonna bust down this door. Being speaking from the room beyond, time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. That's the one. Oh, he did. No one is home, judging by the lack of furniture. They haven't been for some time. The non scraps of vegetables and the floor just rats have taken residence in their absence. But he's just gone. Oh yeah, content wink wink nudge nudge. I mean I could. There's definitely some 14 stuff I've been debating on reacting to. I like Pint's video on Eureka came out, and I'm really itching at that wink wink. Conjecture, we're good. Nothing takes you save yourself. Dude's gone. Gone. Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. Oh my god, the Badger quote that killed me. It was great. That aged like fine wine. Gate town outside Eulmore. Don't know what I'm talking about, do you? And here I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. See, wherever you like, dear, you more than earned it. Throw the drink on the house. Finds Eureka. I mean, like, I know vaguely what Eureka is, and I know like Ozma's in it. I know conditional virtues in it. Like, I know of Eureka.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
That's the one. Alphinaud would be like, oh, whoa? Yeah.
It is good to see you, my friend. The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, Alphinaud, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
Amazing. Welcome, Tony. Welcome. Yeah, I'll have to check. I'll check. Larry Zor's name's crossed my desk.
We spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu.
Yep.
It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. The time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Allisae said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding.
Amazing.
But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
What happened, Tony? Yeah, Alphinaud actually be wearing a bustin' outfit. It's great.
I see. Both the Exarch and Allisae told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable.
Yeah.
And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change. But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity.
Right.
Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, The catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
Oh, Black Rose.
Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means.
Right.
And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course.
No, Black Rose is a chemical weapon.
In that sense,
This
our
PCC?
involuntary journey
Which
here to
one?
the first was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion.
That's all. Like, that is the Dead Space experience. It's great.
Himself will cover the subject in more detail.
I'll have to pick up Dead
But I
Space
can
for the
tell you
PS3. I'm
process
curious on the
requires that
differences.
Both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat.
Mm-hmm.
One being Sin Eaters, of course.
Mm-hmm.
They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered.
Right. Based Alphinaud.
That is what brought me to the gates of Eulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority.
Yeah.
If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
I'd say that. Dead Space 2 remains one of my actual
And
favorite
so we
games.
take to the road once more.
I love running that. I want to see if there's I think there's a reshade, reskin for Dead Space 2. Kind of want to spice up the next run I do. You have no objections. Let me make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see what I have why I've yet to set foot in Eulmore. Despite my best efforts to do so. Come from me, must head west and then cross a small bridge. Is it gonna be the troll on the bridge? What is your favorite color? That's a big area. Palmer unattuned. God, there are many things in this area. That should be so scary. I don't know. I don't actually know if a Dead Space randomizer exists or if a Dead Space like enemy replacement exists actually. I need to go check what mods there are for Dead Space 1. Seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar. I had a similar impression of the Crystarium, even though the distant world people are much the same. I think that whatever calamity struck the source of reflection, such as this one with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No, get away from me. Over there. Quickly, someone's in trouble. Silicon from Outer Space. That was such a weird movie. Kip, you've seen Rambo? Nah. Kip, you've seen The Godfather? Nah. Kip, you've seen The Sopranos? Nah. Kip, you've seen literally any of these other movies? Nah. Kip, you've seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Yeah. What is your life, Kip? I don't know. You tell me. It's just a giant shitpost. I think the Allisae route, honestly, is a little better to do first. Considering that you just meet one of them out of nowhere. Yeah, I saw that movie. Classic. The movie was so strange. The Killer Clowns from Outer Space. No, I've seen Godzilla 2000, absolutely, or I guess 99. American Godzilla, if you will. I've also seen Godzilla 2000 with Destroy. That was actually one of my all-time favorites. You miss Destroy All Monsters with Gabara. That's a classic. There you are in my haste. I lost my bearings. So you have a situation well in hand. Fine work. All right, madame. Just a few reasons from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me. If this brave soul didn't come to my rescue, I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were. I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. Early to leave my old house behind and queue up outside Eulmore with the rest of them. So they're being pushed towards Eulmore because of the Sin Eaters. Not those fantless lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, the shack to the gate is to be safer than staying here. Right, so they're being corralled. They're being pushed towards the city. One would hope either way. I suggest you avoid wandering alone lest you make the Sin Eaters' task any easier. Think you can save my life now? I'm sure a strapping lass like you. Oh, excuse me. There's a little fear, but I wouldn't want to linger in this place. There's not to be had here but cobwebs and memories. JC, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Final War. Godzilla Final War is so campy and I love it. It's so good. The lady says many of these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Eulmore Shadow. I think the Final Wars was the last before we got the modern, like 2016 Godzilla series and stuff, the reboots. So Final War was, God, it was so campy. I love it. On this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Which, you've been told of these monsters. Allisae would be well qualified to speak on that subject. I'm wondering what happens with the inverse if you do Alphinaud first and then go Allisae. It's up for me. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I see a few movies, but man, I see some interesting ones. Compared to Amarang, Kalush is almost a haven, but as you saw, we cannot let our guard down. Had you right, but a few moments later, the Sin Eaters would have claimed another victim. Although one small victory this time, at least now. Shall we press on? We need to return from where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. I don't know. It's one of those weird things that, like, you can't really... Is it that you can't show anything alluding to funny G-Lizard? Or is it even mention of it? Because there's a lot of... Copyright gets weird with that. Like, on Twitch, it should be fine. But on YouTube... Right, because remember Badger potentially got in trouble for that? Austin Powers pops to mind. God, Austin Powers. That whole trilogy was wonderful. That could not come out nowadays. Like, that would get canceled so fast. God, that was amazing, though. Which Twitch meta are we talking about? I've had like 3 since I last looked into it. Unicorn. I think the color swap would be cool. I haven't seen the trailer.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Eulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
Mm-hmm. Is that a Mikote? That is.
Ah, I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh?
What are you buying, stranger?
I'll bet you got a trick or 2 up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
She's not here to compete. Leave her be.
What?
Nondescript.
I was only
Exactly,
making
nondescript lizard.
conversation.
Open the gates.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Is this actually gonna be some Hunger Games BS? Of course they're jesters. Remember, the poor are merely there to amuse the rich.
Hopeful petitioners, one and all, Eulmore extends its warmest regards.
Sure they do.
Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy.
Well,
Even
that
on
sucks.
days when fish is not on the menu.
That sucks. I'm like a 1 in culinarian.
Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We might not at all.
Fish, is it? Was there anyone?
What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Eulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon.
Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, these are the fat
Sooner
cats.
passed through the Iron Needle than Eulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
This is getting so surreal. Oh my god.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back.
Uh-huh.
Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the city of splendor and
They're
live
rhyming.
out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor.
Yep, they're rhyming.
Oh, just look at those expectant
Wrong
faces.
perversion.
What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident.
This is really... Oh man, Alphinaud has gotta be having a time with this. He really does not like this.
Thank goodness.
Alpharia!
Meal is a foodstuff which Eulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well.
The citizens are subsidized to stay around the
Many here
gates.
rely on it to survive in these times
Yep.
of scarcity. Yet the whole arrangement just seems... Well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
He does not like this. It looks like bread. I don't know what meal is specifically. Don't you look at me. No. No. Don't you talk about me. If you talk about me, I'll know. First rule about Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. It's bread. Okay. Maybe I thought it was like I thought it was bread, but it was like a meat bun that leads to like Soylent Green area. Which it wouldn't surprise me if that was true. Now I understand many attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. Huge privilege of residency must be won by contest with the ever-changing rules. This policy has been put in place the past 2 decades, ever since Eulmore's current leader came into power. Yet from what I've seen, it does more than harm than good. Not only does it distract people from a shared struggle against the seniors, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I have tried to propose ways they could improve their lot by words some very fall on deaf ears. Their attitude is so entrenched now. I worry that, well, maybe you should take a look around Gate Town and judge the situation for yourself. No, real talk. We don't talk about Fight Club. There is no Fight Club. Flashbacks from the church. And this is worse than the Ishgard. The Ishgard was a theocracy. It was a theocratic dictatorship, right? And this is just aristocratic for lack of a better word, sin, but it's not the word I wanted to use. So it's the concept of what I mean, right? Aristocratic perversion and just, what are the words I'm looking for? Dystopian nightmare. Still here, are you? Can't blame you for wanting the slice of Eulmore's pie. If you ask me, you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make a home for yourself here. Not much to look at, but she's safe, and the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. But why? Yeah, this is Alice in Wonderland levels of effed up. No, this is bad. Barring some, wait. No, I don't want that. Over the flame, pale chunks meal, you realize, floating otherwise pain broth. What are, If there's no meat in it, it can't be human. It can't be. Are they? What is it? My guess right now is some kind of, as far as I'm aware, some kind of Soylent Green-esque replacement. Beautiful city. They dream of life waits me beside those walls. Will they ever pick me? You don't want them to pick you. It's not. The grass is, in fact, always greener on the other side. You do not want to be. I don't want to be in there. I guess that's fair. Well, yeah, it's. I mean, like, what are croutons but hardened bread, right? I mean, it makes sense. But there's no farms around. No, I guess there was up the road where we came from. Soon Gate Town has to offer. These people no longer fend for themselves. They become dependent. Oh, hi. On handouts of meal and believe Eulmore is the answer to all their woes. How is... Oh, that's the Blue Mage spell. Okay, I was like, how... Okay, it's the Blue Mage spell. And a higher frame I encourage when they seem unwilling and unable to conceive any other way of life. I had to remember what that was. And he disapproves of Eulmore and is upset that the people are just taking it. Difficult to make final judgment without first seeing the city's inner workings, mayhaps uncertainty, which always makes me feel so ill at ease here. Not that it matters, however, the unjust system seems to me... However unjust the system seems to me, these people claim to be content with their lot. It's hardly my place to criticize their choices. Take that elderly lady you rescued. It does not seem that those who have chosen to forego Eulmore's Largias are doomed to suffer for their independence. In the end, they're all but forced to seek refuge in Gate Town, and so hamlets and fields across the island are left empty and unattended, hastening to the region's descent into ruin. Yeah? Not convinced that Eulmore's generosity truly serves the best interests of Collegia's people. No. Not so naive to think there's some miraculous solution to all this, yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hardworking villagers struggling to survive, and as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty in the hand of a capricious noble. The wealth inequality is just night and day, as you can see. Like, it's very visible. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long delayed steps through Eulmore's gates. Fortunate that you have arrived when you did. I've been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city. August's plan, it should soon come to fruition. Very defensible, I will say. There's a beast tribe who make its home in the sea surrounding the island. The Ondo, they are called, though you know them as the Sahagan. For the most part, they keep themselves in their ocean grottos and rarely have dealings with the land dwellers. Lauder took such great pains to press on me during our stay in Kagane. Business favors the bold, and I've reached out to them. Those who have the Ondo are ordinarily fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular. When I offered to procure such goods to them, promised to pay me in pearls. Attractive business venture for any prospective adventurer. Do not agree? Surely even the most jaded Eulmorian lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yeah, realistically, yes. Yes, I come along with since the days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. Yeah, thank you. I had to fix that. I had to fix that by fighting many kami. Appointment with the Ondos to make place in a few hours. We need to collect produce. I actually soloed most of them. It was Suzaku I couldn't solo. Make that exchange. I should be glad of your company. First things first, we must pay a visit to Mushrimo, my supplier, and right. I'm just northwest of here. Did you have to pay all that money for that? Exactly. Of course he is. Of course he's just sitting there. Well, we did break the cardinal rule of be outside of earshot, to be fair. Right, look at that cool sword you got. I mean food. Oh, right. Flying here has got to be wild. This kind of reminds me of Limsa a little bit. Just like German Limsa. I cannot cross that. Meant to, which makes sense. Well, we have the Sahagin here too. I have cheesecake downstairs. I want to get to that cheesecake soon too. I just bought like Winco like cheesecake, like generic like chocolate cheesecake assortment. What eyes? It is in fact slightly to the left, Limsa. You are right, Rev. Oh hi. Let me attune to this. What happened? What is... Wait! Okay, I'll take your yak's milk. Thank you. Was that a here, take your milk, be gone thought? Was that what that was? Thank you. Thank you, Rev. Something I can do for you, friend. And a good day to you. My associate Kip, we're here to collect the produce I purchased. Loaded up your lackey with the goods not long ago. Lackey? I know no such person. Missed the lad, short blue hair. Now he said he'd come on your behalf, and since he seemed to know the details, I just assumed. Found that someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. Let's show it to him we're not here long. We cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. You find a vantage point at the south side of town. I should take the west. Night milk. So what was happening? Like milk bar? Night milk from Majora's Mask? What do you mean? What's happening? Homemade bread. Okay, homemade bread goes hard though. Homemade sourdough is kind of like really good. Homemade sourdough is kind of my weakness. I love that. Really like fresh homemade sourdough. Oh god, it's next level. I'm gonna worry about it. I actually hopped off of that onto the upper level. That's actually tech. Remain most of the short blue hair. You might have to move the camera as well, zoom in and out. Expensive, but Cheesecake Factory has an awesome Godiva chocolate. I haven't been to Cheesecake Factory in a hot minute. They're just a little outside of my budget. Smallafell. That's a shoe bill. This creature is making no effort to avoid detection. Is also not a missile. Okay, these shoe bills are killing me. I love it. We've located your correct target. Sighted. One shot, one kill. We're going Widowmaker on him. Right outside of Germany is just sad. I really would love to have good German bread. Actually, I hear in Germany you guys will slice bread in the store, right? You'll go to like your local grocer or whatever, and I guess you like slice your own bread there. I hear this is magical to me if that's so, or some locations do it, not everywhere. It's just so like foreign to me, but I'm super into the concept. Okay, let's move him before he makes his escape. Cookie dough is great with the risk of death. I do love me some raw cookie dough. I got the cheesecake because I was gonna get cookie dough, but that stuff just absolutely just, it is so sugary. And I remember one time ended up having gout because of just like overwork, and it's, you know, salt crystals or uric acid crystals, right, in your, like, between your joints. That was awful, and I had cookie dough during that, and that made it way worse. So I'm kind of just like, stay where we are for a second. Okay, I'll talk to this person. I'll stay exactly where I'm at. Slices at the Aldi if you're lazy. Just get a full. I've gone to Walmart's here in the States, and one of my favorite snacks has just been to get, like, you know, your actual, like, baguette, like your French bread, just like the hot bread out of the little heater box thing, and I just eat the whole loaf. I'm gonna. Aldi's has been on my list to go to ever since that electrician video. I'm ready for it. You took something.
The thief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
Well,
Yeah, no, staying super hydrated.
I have to get into the city.
I'm also very notorious at not drinking water, which, thank you for reminding me on that. So that was also part of the problem. So I'm eating like ramen, super salty, super sugary stuff, and not drinking enough.
My friends have already been chosen. No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it. No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea, get in that way.
What is your name?
Kai-Shir.
Tell me then, Kai-Shir. Must it be Eulmore or nothing? What of the Crystarium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
Right.
No, it has to be Eulmore.
The idea that's implanted in them that this will be some grandiose paradise, that their troubles will suddenly melt away. Fresh made sourdough is heavenly. Oh god, yes, fresh made sourdough is so good.
Friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
If his friends are still alive. I got Genesis vibes from that code actually just now. The pad on it, wow. Yeah, right there. Very Genesis looking.
I was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Eulmoran's interest.
Good guy Alphinaud.
You'll give me your place? Just like that?
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you!
Did it? No, well, it's because I was like here. No, my model didn't break. I'm just like, once again, mic etiquette here. I'm speaking, but you can't hear me. I'm speaking, you can't see it. I have to move out of the way of my mic.
This was but one path. There will be others. But for young Kai-Shir, it was the difference between life and death.
So I have to be like here for videos. Like if I'm gonna do like recorded content, but for here I can stream.
I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best.
Could be. Could also sentence him to death.
We strive to bring swift salvation to this world. That countless lives might be saved, not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless? I suppose not. Were Estinian here, he would most likely scoff at my soft-heartedness.
Same old Alphinaud, ever the slave to sentiment.
Actually, based Estinian
But
impression.
I thank you for your kind words nonetheless. Let us see to it that both these stories have a happy ending. Shall we return to Rite then? Is that...
Wait a minute. What is that?
I can't be sure, but I think someone's in trouble.
That is Anne body.
Come on. They may need our help.
And like his best friend. Got it. Sweet baking. I've just gotten to a point where there's things that are just too sweet for me anymore, which is really odd for me to say because I absolutely love sugary stuff. Like I have Mike and Ike's. I had Mike and Ike's recently, right? And I got like my esophagus was just burning, and I had like heartburn after. Like my chest was just burning because it's just so sugary. Like here's the thing. I don't, because we know that products are different, right? Alpha, see if I'm not, because he doesn't need glasses. I'm blind. I need glasses. So like we know products have changed, right? How everything has gotten smaller, and you know they're charging more for less, right? We know that for a scientific fact, just from portion sizes. So I wonder if the recipes have changed as well. If maybe it's just like, F it, just throw enough sugar in this or throw more sugar in it. Because like there are things that hit me now. It could also just be getting old. Could be getting older. There are things that hit me now that did not hit me back then. Just one of those things that I'm just like, it's interesting. This is Costa del Sol parallel. I get it now. Call for a pound of butter. Actually, substitute out cream cheese, which actually combats the heartburn effect more. Right, and I think it's just being more cognizant of what you're doing, right? The answer is not necessarily just all sugar. That's not necessarily the answer. Cut back on your sugar intake too. Could be, yeah, I mean, I think I've cut back a bunch on my sugar intake, at least in comparison to what I used to. Bird? What is happening? Oh no. Oh no. I read that. Thank you, Rev. Thank you. That's the one. That's awful. Let that help. Oh, God. I feel like they threw him out of that city. Rest of the class. Nope, I already read it. Take care of the worst of the injuries. Mercy, mercy, I beg you. Almost like Eulmore is a dystopia. Breathe easy so no harm will come to you. Here, I'll read it out after this. Poor man is shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while I get a fire going. They invite up who they need, but what happens when they're done with you? What happens if you prove of no value or use to them anymore? But I was dead. How do I repay this kindness? Instead of the tale of how you became to your current predicament, why don't you begin with telling us your name? Crystal, I was invited to Eulmore to work as an artist. See? He was in there. Wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them, but when my style proved contrary to the taste, they just quickly turfed me out into the street. So left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord Rothry's city. The days they had me brought before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little to know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the goddamned ocean. Yep. From up there, how were you not dashed to pieces? Don't ask me luck, I suppose. If you hadn't found when you did, it wouldn't have counted for much. Monsters in the cities condone such barbaric punishment. Why shouldn't they? It is a aristocratic playground up there. Effectively a good old boys playboy club with no rules, where they have all the power. Not a second thought, Lord Valtry passed judgment, so no one much as blinks, let alone argues. Eulmore, his word is law. The more I hear about Eulmore, the more determined I get to see what waits within its walls. I've bent all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do, but first we should convey Crystal to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. into the city. So, reading it, rich and creamy buffalo milk harvested immediately before the beast falls asleep. I'm Gucci. That is gonna replace my new food store. I was almost a butcher once. I worked at a restaurant where it was a buffet. I'm not gonna name said buffet. Understand that it was a buffet. I will not say more because of the details surrounding my termination and how much of a jerk the manager was to me and a lot of other people too, and some of that health code that he broke too. But I was supposed to be a butcher once upon a time. They were gonna put me in the meat room and start having me cut meat and stuff. Never actually moved me over, and I was just dishwasher consistently until I just ended up just quitting one day. It was a whole thing of like, I was supposed to do both men and women bathrooms, and I had knocked repeatedly, and then someone got me in trouble because they were in there, I guess, after me knocking 3 times, and they didn't want to answer me. So I like peeked in, and I'm just like looking around, and they walk out, and I'm just like, okay. And then I get a manager come over, and they're like, oh, well, you're in trouble. Like, what do you mean I'm in trouble? I knocked 3 times, and no one answered. What do you want from me? And then they ended up effectively harassing and bullying me. So, but I mean, I would have loved to do it, but place was actually just garbage. My deepest gratitude owe you both my life. Permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter Eulmore, as far as I'm able to at any rate. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors into the awful place makes me sick to the stomach, but since it's plain you set your mind on it, you should take this. Yeah, and it's like, knock, knock, knock. No. Knock, knock, knock. No. Knock, knock, knock. Is anybody in there? No answer. Like, reasonably, I did everything I'm supposed to. And I honestly feel that I shouldn't have even had to clean that. Like, I'm a dude. I identify as a dude. I'll clean the men's restroom all day. The moment you want me to clean the women's restroom, okay, you need someone else to do that. And I think that's completely fair. You're more elites ever satisfied. And that's the thing, they avoid that issue by having people do that, right? You're creating your own problems at that point, especially when your staff doesn't actually respond. Elites never satisfied until they get exactly what they want. Not mistaken, the couple I mentioned before, we're looking for someone to replace me. Show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to. People, you have talent for painting. But in your life, we cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. You'll be glad after all you're done for me. Besides, I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. That's rough when somebody loses the motivation to do that. Do what I do instead. I honestly haven't decided, but I shan't stay long in this place, not with that city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands, a new profession, and I'll keep in my prayers now until my dying day. Yeah, have a good one. Mob named dude. Amazing. Say kindness is on reward, but Tristal has repaid us gifts as timely as unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon this advice before any painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have more modest skill with a brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course. Play the role I would hope. Oh, please tell me he's going to paint your Stola. Please tell me he's going to paint your Stola. As for him, well, I don't mind taking support and role. Maybe happy you could pose as my assistant. And to settle, all we need to do is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters. It's going to be just an absolute crapshoot once you get inside the city. When I was working at the grocery store, they wanted me to start cleaning out the bathrooms as well. I'm like, no, you're going to get one of the gals at the front desk or something and take it to the women's restroom. And that's the thing, I protested. I said I didn't feel comfortable doing it. And it's like, oh, you're going to have to do this anyways. And it's like, okay. Well, you have put me into a literal lose-lose situation with your weird morality. I did everything in my power, reasonably, to make sure that it was vacant. And then they start harassing and bullying, and it's like, I quit. Like, F this place. So that's why I don't name that place specifically. That being said, if that organization knows who I am, I mean, I would absolutely just ream that manager into the ground, because that manager was the same manager where we had a tin of meatloaf fall face down, like meat on the floor, picks it up, and I go, you can't do that. You're like ready to cook it and serve it, right? He's like, what? This didn't fall on the ground. I hate that man. Oh God, he is. I get quiet when there's people that annoy me. I'm usually a chatty Cathy. I'm usually like a chatterbox. Sometimes I'll just be in my own head, right? But like, when I really don't like somebody, it's not that I necessarily get angry. It's that I get quiet, and then I start taking inventory of everything they do or say. That's when you know I'm annoyed. Get it in writing, exactly, right? And that's why and that's the thing is like when I like go against copyright and stuff, right? Give me writing. Give me your legal notarized documentation. And it's not hard. I don't think I'm asking the world, but people don't want, I think, that paper trail or accountability. Oh, and it also costs money to get that kind of thing done from a corporate side. Both Falcon said, no, dude, right? No, and having those boundaries is healthy. Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. Welcome to a peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we have a place for a painter and a plum. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. Oh, God. I can paint portraits at least. Landscapes and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. I spied you so many faces in the crowd. With fortune, you should feel at ease around an easel. Oh my God. Stop rhyming. Proof have you of your prowess. Any masterpieces on your person? Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold. It's the life of a working artist. I have only my brush to testify for me. You'll note that it has seen no small amount of service. Flecks of paint, both old and new. Well, much loved and much used. Oh, stop speaking in rhymes, please. Not a property conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us and we'll put those talents to the test. Who is this hanger on? Well wisher or parasite? It's my assistant. She's whose unfailing support allows me to my art to flourish. So we'll go with her, not at all. Parasite, then, and we shall leave her fate into the hands of the new employer. It matters not a whit to us. Having filled our least space, we retire now to your more sweet embrace. It's just Pavlov. It's all it is. It's Pavlov. They're training their Pavlovian. Every time the jesters come, they take somebody and they give them food. You know, we almost took a leave without leaving a loving token. These snacks ever make our way back. See? And they're happy. They give them just enough to be happy. Just enough to not question. Another bakery. We know what we need. That's all we need to do. Nobody can tell us what to do. Right. And that's the thing is, like, I'm not opposed to pulling more work. I'm not opposed to doing other things. It's just like...
Redemption
when we run...
is beyond us.
Uh-huh.
The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place.
I hate it.
Once they held fast against the madness.
That's the Joe Cat poll.
Only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days.
Here lives a terrible cabinet.
Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share. Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Gary City of Shadowbringers. Yeah, sounds about right. Welcome to the city full of pleasures. Feel free to weep at its yeah, I figured the roads were going to be actually awful. Because we're inside the city right now, right? No, the city's up there, so we're still below it. We're past the gate, but this is this is probably where all the workers live. And thus, the actual aristocrats live up there. No, not even single tier, moving right along then. First task for you both residents, make it all nice and official. Smooth the way for you so you don't need to put your happy faces and head through the joyous hall. Bureau of Immigration... the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation. A nice loud voice. Tell you where to go from there. Pay no mind to those folks side of the road. Much like the hopeless of Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means, take your time. Waste another moment. Go. Enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise. Bureau of Immigration was supposed to be a better show ourselves willing for the time being. Interesting. And you have your guards up top. This would drive me nuts if this was current expansion. Can't wait to see what Endwalker has. Oh, new more fortunate friends may have your names. Alphinaud, an artist, and this is Kip, my assistant. Informed of your own arrival, we can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Now, citizens of Eulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of the Lord Vothri, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. We are the bonded class. Join the ranks of the bonded. Your duties will serve a patron with the capacity of you. We are chosen, in your case, painting pretty pictures. Patron dismiss you for any reason. You must find another sponsor among the free, or accept work as general laborer. Yes? We tell something of the patron we are to serve. The two patrons, actually, Chai Nuz and Julia Chai, a mystical couple with whom referred to as the Chais. They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility for your own sake as much as theirs. She clearly loves her job. This is a face. This is a mood. Oh, and please, while I complete the relevant paperwork. We are now effectively owned. We are bonded to the free class. All in order. Make your registration documents. Take those papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you'll officially be Eulmoran citizens. For your new life in paradise. That is the tagline. That is the catchphrase. That is the motto. The slogan, if you will. Oh, it is actually just like actual paperwork. Your registration papers, papers, please. Like the game? Oh, well. Well, what have we here? Alphinaud, artist, Kip, artist assistant to be employed in the service of Lord Chai Nuz and Lord Julia Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. Best delivery to the Chai residence before. Oh dear. You smell... Yeah, okay. Nice. It's all the combat. You crawl here through a ditch like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and musk of some unwashed beast. Gross. Proceed directly to the delousery next door and scrub yourselves clean. Use whichever showers are free. I don't like where this is going. You've rinsed away the stench. You'll want to splash yourself with this perfume liberally. Once you've made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Ornan, the guard by the stairs, will give you the directions. You smell like poor, exactly. You were so aromatic. Well, to be fair, your sense of smell starts going. Your sense of smell doesn't really actually, like... Simon Whistler has a... what was it? It was one of his Business Blaze videos, and he now thus called The Blaze. One of his Business Blaze videos, he was talking about how he was backpacking. I think he was backpacking across Europe or something, and he hadn't showered in a few days. And what ended up happening was he started eating chicken, like just a rotisserie chicken, outside on a bench. And someone tried to give him just, a couple pounds, and he's just like, "Oh my god!" He actually thought I was homeless. And then he gets home to his wife, and his wife's like, "You actually reek." And he's like, "I didn't actually smell anything." You just get so used to it. Clean stream of water. Yeah, you become used to it. It's just because it's like your tongue, right? Which you're welcome, or like breathing, right? How you have to regulate your own breathing when you think about it, right? It's just how it's autonomous, right? That kind of thing. Generally, it's one of those things that it's just like you just don't really get used to. You just get used to it. Rose is filthy. Oh god, I hate rose perfume. Oh, it stings my nose. Just already have you. It seems rather exposed for one's ablations, is it not? I mean, we're effectively cattle, Alphinaud. You have to understand that there's no care about that. There you go. Wouldn't she just... Very well. I shall endeavor to emulate her boldness then. Courage, Alphinaud. This man. He goes away again. Yeah. Man, it's actually taking forever. He's like, I don't like it very much. In the most British way possible. I don't like it. And chicken walking right, and Kidu just there. He just transcends. Chicken is fine. Was that bracing? I believe lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. So we can present ourselves to our new patrons then. Joke's on you, I don't breathe. Yeah, I found not breathing helps on a lot of occasions. Regulate your breathing when you think about it. You can also feel your tongue sitting in your mouth. Exactly, yeah. Or your teeth, like your tongue, or when you're talking, it just brushes across your teeth, and suddenly you feel your teeth, right? Right? Or how your lips, you don't normally feel your lips. You're welcome, by the way, chat. I'm pissing a number of you off. Send ourselves to tries. All right, let me explain how the city's laid out. Then imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other layer. This layer is called the buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters. Above that, you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of Eulmore spend their days. Of course, the middle section is the military. This makes sense. Want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs. Then look for the Grand Dame's parlor. They'll be there. Like it's not. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Shin News, thank you for the follow. Oh, mainstay. Wait a minute. I need to get all these crystals, actually, because I'm definitely going to need them. Okay, so Glory Gate's done. I'm segueing really quick. Another one. Yep, nope, I gotcha. I'm gonna go get Bird first. Yeah, because there's one here, one there, and then I can warp back there. Ultimate Rare. I've not seen the new Ultimate Rares, no. I know Fenrir's, Cashier Fenrir's went back up in price again, and I was debating on buying some ultis when they were like $20. But like, oh God, I just can't justify it right now. Especially because we're going into a very incredibly expensive and very incredibly polarized format. At least as of right now. The whole bonfire stuff and the whole like, I've had, I was talking to Doc in the server, and we were going over like the new format and how just polarizing this format's going to be and how expensive it's going to be and how it's really adjusting for inflation, potentially even more expensive than Teledad format. So I'm a little averse right now. Banui. Gold rare, but way better quality. Which gold? What, like the first wave or like the second wave? Like the gold ones with the gold borders or not the gold borders? How's that gate made? Okay, there's a door there. Okay, so they just lock that if they need to. I also like that we have a weapon in the city. We are effectively the poor class. We are the bonded class. And we just have a weapon. You want to talk about that for a second? No? Okay. Oh, where is it? Y'all mind if I just... Okay, thanks. Okay, it's probably the way the ones I'm thinking of, the ones that I have like Alistair and like Dolka and stuff. It was 1:30 a.m. and thought I was awake really late. Rev, go to sleep. You literally work in the morning. Also, did you finish 08S yet? is where a lot of Final Fantasy players are going to hang out. I just know. You just don't want to deal with that Dodge Durango. Is required to use ether, which makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense. They want to keep the I like that. A little bit of world building. Laws and liability, you really want to pick up poor Kip's grades. Oh my god. They're actually just fat cats. It's so good. It's so ham-fisted. Why did my brain automatically try to... Why did my brain automatically try to shitpost? Oh, hey, it's Asmongold. Oh my god. Hope that doesn't get taken out of context. Oh my god. Why, my brain should not have corrected that.
Pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Artiste.
Ah, you must be the new,
That's the one.
Oh, goodness me. What an adorable boy.
Alphinaud's about to be a pancake.
That silken hair, those pearly cheeks, oh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers.
What?
I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he will paint us the most delightful pictures.
I hate this so much.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
That's the one. And yep, out of the frying pan into the fire.
Wonderful. Welcome to Eulmore.
Well, so to be fair, in Asmongold's defense, as far as I'm aware, it is because he started to feel a little what's the word? Like if you like the way he worded it, as far as I'm aware, is that if you're imagine you're stuck in an earlier mid-game area and people want to see you stream and they want to see every moment of it, but you just want to go on power level and stuff like that, right? If Asmongold did what I did, right, where I got to Black Mage 90, I got to Warrior 90, I got to, you know, all these classes that are 90 already, and I'm just now entering Shadowbringers, right? People would get upset at him for doing that. And I feel like he wants to immerse himself in the game, and I run into similar issues where it's like, well, I got to do Hildebrand on stream, or I want to do Zodiac, the Alliance raid for Stormblood on stream, but I'm just like, I can't. If I'm pushing Dawntrail, I just can't do that. So on that, I feel like I can find common ground with him from everything I understand of the situation. It's not necessarily that he intends to return to the game. Whether he does or doesn't really isn't any of our business. It's that he kind of went back to WoW because there's not really an expectation of doing everything on stream. Quote, being stuck in Warlords of Draenor, but wanting to go further. Exactly, right? You want to go, you're stuck in Warlords of Draenor, but you're wanting to go play like Dragonflight, right? But you can't because you have to stream Warlords of Draenor. So, login stream, you're a constant center of Wrecking Ball. This is also fair as well. I also have a decent enough, you know, it's like, yeah, absolutely. We have people that come in, pop into stream, have fun shenanigans on stream. We'll also do raids and stuff on stream, right? And constant on stream. Like, that's, you know, but like, when you're like Asmongold, right? Where you have tens of thousands of people watching you and tens of thousands of people that, you know, are going to be trying to photobomb you, trying to, right? And I'm sure JoeCat gets it as well. People just lurk around, they'll say hi, try to trade you stuff. I would imagine it would just get a little oppressive. So I can at least agree, you know, level with him on that. And, you know, if he does return to Final Fantasy XIV, I hope that he's able to enjoy it. If he doesn't return to Final Fantasy XIV, I mean, honestly, good on him. You know, he's an adult, he can make his own decisions. And, you know, I wish him the best. Wish him whatever is going to make him have the most fun.
Alphinaud, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
This is my assistant. This doesn't have a name. We don't talk to the assistant.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
Man's onto us.
We are
Abort.
family
Abort.
in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all. Of all people, 'tis she who best understands my work. With her unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations.
It's okay. It's my weekend today. After this, I'm going on a weekend, and I gotta go.
Once the picture
do
is
some
begun,
stuff.
of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than her being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city she has so longed to see?
He's
Out of
trying so
gratitude
hard.
for her priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on her behalf.
Oh, did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have her wish. She shall be free to roam to her heart's content. Isn't that right, darling?
Amazing. This poor man.
Yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
The thing, one day I walked in the south and thought, oh, I know that name. Didn't know on the server, right? Armed assistant, look around your high-class city. Exactly. The definition of carry a big stick, am I right? Opportunity to experience, you'll want to just take the most of it, explore the city top to bottom. In other words, you can start with the canopy and go from there. Wander around the market stalls, mayhaps, places usually filled with colorful characters, only too eager to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. Would appreciate it, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. And before Alphinaud becomes part of the free class, like, super quickly. Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. Okay. Welcome to 14, where you get flashbanged by Vieira. It's all good. You know what? That's actually a character for this area, too. I respect it. I have immense respect for that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense considering where we're at. Okay. Lost. Love to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to run into my attendant. You're wandering through big, strong lad, long hair tied back, ordering me on a shopping errand. When I realized I dropped my handkerchief, and now I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. I'm not too terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him and feel alive, you could pass on the message. That's the handkerchief. Return to my side at once. Banui. And oh, okay. Yeah, this is par for the course. Yeah. Wicked fight. That was close. I think you know what I would have done if you had not come along. Trying to go see my lady's handkerchief. You see, the wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily I caught something. Found something I thought if I could just stretch out far enough. Amazing. Hi, how's it going? Very strong. Yes, the wind would be very strong up here. I wouldn't walk up here. Awful. My entire world without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Eulmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life, but there was so much more in the city than wealth and plenty. There is no war here, no conflict. There is no war in Bossing. Say the residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. Everyone's so kind to me, and I can think of no other place in Luge where I could possibly be happier. I almost gotten a bit carried away. I found it hard to stop when I start counting my blessing these days. You should come to meet me and my lady once she hears of your debt, of your deed. Generosity firsthand. Why I'm here. Lonely, you say. Curse my clumsy feet. I must return to her immediately. I almost forgot how much of a genius he... God, I haven't seen much of Brorat. There is no Fimsh in Bossing. Say, there is no Fimsh. I don't know what you're talking about. My attendant told me everything's very grateful that you were there to offer your assistance. As if I remember my own family, I could not live the wonderful life I lead without him. We free citizens are bonded to our unending gratitude. Map another society. Different stands would breed prejudice or resentment, but in Eulmore, a most glorious measure is in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of the measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes upon registration of all property, financial, intellectual, and otherwise, over to the city. Exchange, we are provided ample funds and commodities to live a life. Oh my god, it's literally just you give the state all the power. Okay. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents to whom enjoy a tranquil experience. Except on a macro political scale. This only works on micro political scale and communes, I think. Macro, this turns into very, very different things. Let's see what markets have to offer as a reward for my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course. Your encouraged messenger. Yes. Ugh, I hate this place. Finding that it's a cult. All this talk of relying on the bond, and I haven't really given a thought as to what your duties might be. Hope you haven't interrupted your work unduly. For the city is it? You really must visit the beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista B.A. usually has her seat near the entrance. She would gladly speak for you any number of times, assuming you find yourself on her good side. This is truly just weird. Yeah, this is just Limsa, but slightly to the left. I love it. I dig it. Banui? Nui. Small Mikote. With my boss, Karen, called clean. Oh my god. Sorry. Welcome to the Beehive, my little drones. Seek the sting of excitement to liven up your day. Tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering you see always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards, but you at ease, eh? A quick game of high or low, a simple matter of guessing who's got the bigger hand. We're going to grant you a single favor, within reason, of course. Interested? I'm going to lose. This is going to hurt. It's something that... So slightly to the left is a term I've used for a while. When it's... Something is close enough for something, but it's not quite something, right? Like... How do I word it? I'm trying to find a good example. Like... Idaho is Texas, but slightly to the left, right? It's kind of the Uncanny Valley effect, right? Or like how Ystola's sister is Ystola, but slightly to the left. Where we have modern Call... what was it? There was a period of time where like Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was like Titanfall, but slightly to the left, right? It's close enough, but it's just different enough is how I word that. So that's a mannerism I picked up saying and continue to use because it just makes sense. 3 cards for you, 3 cards for me. Flip 1 over and I flip 2 of mine. Hate this. Be higher or lower than mine. I am low. Let's see what 24 and you have. I was waiting for like a 30. Just somehow it's like at 30. Amazing. Wait, where did we get politics from? This is right. Usually I concede defeat at this point. What do you say to a rematch? One more win and we'll talk about that favor. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No, just how, like, I don't know. It's like Idaho is Texas, but slightly to the left. Just fill in the gaps. Oh, this is a hard one. It's 8, 6. I think I'm high. Ah, it's a 2. Oh, I barely. That was like by a 1. That was tight. I think you got a knack for this newcomer. Congratulations, victory is sure as the prize I promised. Yeah, pals are Pokemon, but slightly to the left. In a meme sense, yeah. Sprint Aaron, don't be shy. Tell me that's what I can do for you. Just saying. I want chalky milk. Come on now. That's the favor. Oh, how delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge you want, then that is what you shall have. Enkidu's just eating from the floor. Don't worry about Enkidu. He's just there. Helm estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. They say Lord Vothri is born with the power to command them. He's no more and never need ever raise a weapon in defense of the city. Not the kind of thing you wish to know. If your itch still needs scratching, you might get a few words out of Arthur over there. There's not that Mary saw likes more than discussion of his own voice. Okay. Just give me a moment. You can't mix that stuff anyways. You can't craft chocolate milk. It's the Joe Cat pull. And I will continue to call it that. New to Eulmore, you say, when it arrives, and already you're looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you just slow down and enjoy life, my friend. Tell you what, hop up on the stage and give us a dance first. And then, oh no. Oh no. 14, 14's really pushing that T rating with this, aren't they? They're really pushing that. Okay. Sure, I guess. I can't interact with it. Happening. Oh, it is. Okay, so you have to dance on the stage. Okay. At least it's just the emote. Okay, at least it's just the emote. Rev, you don't have a high enough culinarian, plus chocolate milk doesn't exist in the game. And that was a show. You're welcome to climb up the stage anytime you like. So what was it you wanted to ask me? Oh, yes. When our fair city... Well, I can tell you it wasn't always so peaceful as today. The Eulmore army, maybe the very essence of military might put out. But even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us, about 20 years ago now, when the old ruler's son came to power. That was Sin Eaters, he turns them docile as house cats. I wouldn't be exaggerating to say they've become something of an ally to Eulmore. No longer an enemy to be feared. Interesting. And yet elsewhere, there are still fools who insist on fighting the losing battles. Goes to Lord Vothri. The very sense of the city, the Chais, the Alphinaud, expecting your return. Interesting. $14 is pushing that T rating with this. No, Rev, there's no chocolate milk in the game. You can't craft that. You can have, like, milk, but as far as I'm aware, there's no chocolate milk to craft. Hot chocolate, though? I guess that's technically fair. Your turn from your jaunt around the city so soon. You needn't be you needn't have hurried back. Alphinaud yet to put brush to canvas. Alphinaud, please. Not rush good art, I'm told, or good artists apparently. But that's the thing, is like, the longer you have them wait, the higher the expectation. Ah, finally. How did he get back into his old... It's close enough. The ensemble of garments you chose, is this satisfactory? My goodness gracious me, that last outfit was precious. Make you look positively dashing. You're a truly handsome boy, however much decide. No more call this break out of the... That lad is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. The time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must be, I do love a good painting with a thought. But since we were enjoying ourselves so thoroughly. I'd not, let's just say, as long as you, yeah. Make sure to give the lad some time to prepare. We know who'll be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darlings. Shall we pick out some jewelry next? Oh no! This entire quest line is wild. For a particular sense of beauty, apparently that extends to how I should dress whilst painting. This possession of hers works in our favor. The time I spend indulging these actions is the time you can use to continue your explorations. The excursion, I'd like you to delve into the layer below us. It's about the military headquarters. I'm sure the end of story has its own tale to tell. Yes. Yes, it would. I mean, it's progressing fairly nicely. I was worried that this was going to be a lot shorter, but it's going to be about probably roughly the same length. I didn't know Alphinaud was longer. But technically, we have to go through like 2 areas. Don't mind if I just... Oh, my stomach lurched on that one. Oh, hi. Why are you staring at a wall? What's happening? Only I can stare at walls. Run to the bonded, aren't you, like me? Please need your help. My throat is. I can't sing anymore. Making excuses, but it's not getting any better. My patron thinks I'm no use to him then. Sneak into the derelicts and describe my condition to the Thoric. List of symptoms and a hunk of mail to pay for his medicines. Please, I have no use. No one else to turn to. Night soil pots. Okay. Like if I can find the stupid staircase. Yeah, just walking around military headquarters. Wait, is that a... Okay, that's the core of the thing. That's interesting, actually. I don't know why structurally that would make sense. I think that'd be a hindrance more than anything, but I guess it's for stability on the upper levels. Medicines, tonic, potions. Cure for an alien voice, is it? No, no medicine does not cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. Must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice never heal completely. Poor little songbird. Will they kick her from the nest, I wonder, or simply silence her chirps? Your face, you didn't know. Of the many hopefuls at the city, very few are ever seen leave, even as corpses. 1 or 2 fortunate souls hold from the balconies, but the rest gone. Town of nightmares it is. Now for the ship's rat. Oh no. I'm content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. Consultation's over. You have my verdict and I have my meal. Good day. Interesting. Selling that stalagmite. I guess that's fair. Get my medicine. So about that. So what am I going to do if I can't sing? There you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. Then, sir, have mercy. I'm doing all I can, but the apothecary said... Yep. Gonna throw her out. Suffering all this time. Really? Wait. Darn pet, I realized your affliction was this grave, but you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trilling by casting you into the street. Interesting. Okay. You're too kind, sir. What do you smile if I cannot sing? I fear that they have become more a burden to you than treasure. I shall have a word with Lord Vothry and arrange for your ascension. Really? Paradise, where resides neither pain nor illness. Song ringing out clearly once again. Mayhap you think it was a step too far. You would do that for me? Of course. Why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Fine ascension. Like from... I'm assuming this is bonded to free. The new arrival. Allow me to explain. You know, the sin musics to devour are sinful, but also they do serve to gather the souls of the innocent. And celestial. Oh no. Lord Vothry, that we learn this truth, and through Lord Vothry's grace, the free people of Eulmore are destined to embrace salvation. Let's spend our days surrounded by love and merriment until at last we are called to our final rapture. May the bonded may find a place within the host should their patrons deem them worthy. Great man, isn't he? You excuse me, we must be on our way. May your final eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary. She's... okay. Yeah. Hi. Small. That's a problem. Yeah, no, there's the whole we're not a cult vibe is absolutely a thing. Right, I don't have that as a work point because I am too baby jail poor for that. What was the justification they gave in New Vegas, that one hotel? What was it? Thank you. It was something about how they source their meat or something, right? Oh, hi. What? Snake. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to. I appreciate that. Snake. Ah, snake. Oh, Ronka is this expansion. Wow, I'm gonna go. That is gonna be a stream when I get to Ronka, whatever Ronka is. It's gonna be amazing. Side does not and will not ever consume human flesh for any reason. Right, okay, it's the PR statement. Right. I completely forgot about that. I'll probably go through New Vegas this year. It's been something that's been on my list to do, and a lot of people have recommended it and wanted it. Oh, it's the Gatherer Tribe pet. Well, I'm gonna have to go find it at some point. Good to see you back. You're taking so long behind to where something had happened. Begin sketching an outline for the portrait, but nay. Tries appear otherwise occupied. Would you share what she's gleaned thus far? Lonthi boasts some manner of influence over the city. Did I see that would explain the reverence which is held by the citizenry? As far as the Ascension business, I could help but put mind at his apothecary and his ominous remarks. So many folks have entered the city over the years. Then where do they go? Unless Meal is actually like Sin Eater byproduct or product of Sin Eaters. That would make sense why there's so many then. So then it's just redistributed throughout all of it. That's actually a really good painting. That's actually super cool. If I can not hit person. There we go. Yeah, the one with the helmet is the Gathering Tribe pet. Ronka itself, though, I don't remember. I do actually need to save up 25 million gil. I forgot. I want to get Golden Ronka mount. That's been something that's been on my list. After I get my Omni Crafter to 100 in Dawn Trail, that's my goal. Off your promo and you're chattering away with the assistant years. Assume your outline is done then. Like, he's not entirely wrong. What in the blazes? Just the outline. I love that he just like put his hands up. It is so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphinaud. Where is your artistic interpretation? Should invoke image of influence and nobility from one viewer with its boundless beauty. Say this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary, yours being a joyous union. To be a realistic portrayal. Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection. A spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees to make people cry out in amazement. Now, fetch a blank canvas and... Oh, someone just got... Yep. There was trouble afoot. Did that come from above? They're here to ease the day. Oh, look at the funny gestures, everybody. Look at the distraction. Gentlemen, your attention, please. A tale to make you quiver and your normal blood freeze. There's a villain on the loose to set ruin in our fair city. Lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Hammer of Justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall invited to join his lordship in the offer. A malcontent? How dreadful. Is this man to face sentencing? That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth you going along for the experience. The offer mentions part of the Emergent, the level above us where the Lord Vothru resides. Ordinarily, this would be barred from entering, but it seems like they'll be opening its doors for the next little while. The Crown Lift will take you up there. Or not dawdle then. Oh, this is gonna be neat. Chadden. It's, oh my god, it's the Vinny Vine sauce, Mario's mystery meat. How we had like Chadot and Chadbert, and it was just all the people named after Chad, Twitch chat, right? The face emote. Oh my god, it's Chadden. It's like Chad Madden. It's amazing. God, Mario Mystery Meat is going to be a stream I'm going to have to do at some point this year. That's going to be absolutely off the rails for those of you who've never seen Vinny Vine sauce. Yeah, Alphinaud is bigger.
That's him. That's Vorthri.
Oh, that is a man. It's Don Corneo. Oh my god, of course it's Don Corneo. And that's the line from the trailer. That's awful, actually. Why are they all aura? No, they're not aura. Those are just hair ornaments.
He's attended by sin eaters.
Yep.
But how does he keep them from attacking?
No, those are higher tier sin eaters, aren't they?
Mercy. Mercy.
It's the person with the pearls. Yep.
By the 12.
Alphinaud unknowingly sentenced him. Yep. Now he has to live with his actions.
Kaishia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Still T-rated. It's still within bounds.
Lord Vorthri, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Alphinaud, you're not playing the game. That's gonna get you thrown out.
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but.
Uh-huh.
Eulmore is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society.
Funny little sickle and hammer flag waving.
To atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony.
Right.
And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
If it was anything but.
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin eaters are part of Eulmore's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether.
Uh-huh.
So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide.
That's the one.
And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
'Tis true that Kaishia won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by a desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out, I could almost accept. But to humiliate him thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Eulmore?
They're unfazed. They're indoctrinated. They know no better. Here, have the little dangly. Here, have the carrot.
Dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours?
A lot.
The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear.
Why is there a face there? What is that?
I alone can offer these things. I alone can command the Sin Eaters.
Why?
And thus am I alone the voice of justice. And any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
Alphinaud, choose your next words carefully, because you're not the one who has to fight.
And people call this paradise.
Yes, they do. Because they are complacent. They are given everything they need. Everything they want.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
I love how I'm apparently the 1% of people that notice the face. Okay. He has it probably grafted onto him, maybe.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Eulmore.
Oh, no.
If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence.
This is a trap.
Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could.
Ooh, the burn. When he has to think about the sick burn.
Can you walk?
I think so.
He does like their spirit.
Did that little worm just insult me?
A little slow on the uptake, are ya? Yeah, it looks like almost like it's grafted onto him.
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I'll enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! Then tear out their hearts!
You literally have a bunch of sin eaters and indoctrinated people right there. Can you not do that? Is it not within your current power to command? Maybe there's limitations to his power. He's just wish.com callous. That's the one. My anger seemed to have marched us back outside again. That's probably the best we leave this island altogether. I believe we've worn out our welcome in Eulmore. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to see that a battle against the Cinders will find new allies, and we'll find new allies in Kalusia. Come to you back to the Crystarium group and think on our strategy anew. Carlos does have the drip, yeah. I've done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, so I offered you a solution without once considering the risks inherent with accepting it, and with the price you would be made to pay. Give me everything I needed to make the idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. And after all that trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me. Now Lord Vothor wants us all dead. Why not come back to us at the Crystarium? I'm certain we could find work for you there if you were willing. No. That would be just me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do something. Some thinking. I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet. Very well. But if you must promise to be careful, Eulmorians maybe come looking for us. Keep my head down, don't worry, and take care of you too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Lord and Lady Shy. Blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking for you. You could get unfittest portraits, Alphinaud. Now I've had many beautiful and striking picture painted for me, but there was something about your work. It was as if you had caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. Bold, unflinching adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. Speak Lord Valtry and about your character. I'm sure we can smooth over any hard feelings. Early to try. There are more important matters to which I must attend. What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to the fullest? And that is the problem. Doing what you can, not sitting here being complacent. Ray pressed me through. We're leaving, but I would not presume to take the garments you were so kind as to procure for me. One moment. I wouldn't hear it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy. I insist. I'll make arrangements that you could pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. Return. I promise you that the outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. Next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption hide behind the glittering facade. No, she's actually great. She's precious. Oh yeah, because we gotta go all the way back to Tilted. Well, I mean, that's Alphinaud's branching quest line done too. Well, yeah, because Callus's D2 lore entries were like just sheer embellishments. I have to go back and read some of them. They were wild, though. Thank you, my friend, for staying by my side through the whole sordid endeavor. Whilst not quite joyous outcome I had hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice to say, our plans, saving the first one, likely involve the aid of Lord Bothry and his subjects. We speak with the Exarch, and the course is far from over. Exactly, it's the reality of it. It's that it was real. It's not that it was fake. It's not that it was fabricated. It's that it was real. It's great. No, the whole plot line is, I enjoy it. I don't like it because there's people that I've seen that actually think like that and think that way. I don't like it because of the realism. That being said, that's not saying I dislike the quest. I think it's great because of that realism and because of that fabrication and facade that are all present there. Yeah, no, she turned out to be super sweet. I was very, very happy about that, actually. All right, we have both the twins here. Could be back amongst friends, not to mention my dear sister I have not seen for some time, but I gather she is keen to press on with our plans as am I. You've seen quite a lot of the first yourself now. More than enough to appreciate the scale of the obstacles faced. Let us lay our discoveries before the Exarch and discuss what must be done. Yeah, no. That plotline can get messed up so easy, and it can vilify the wrong thing. It's very easy to mess it up. The writers did a very good job here.
And so you return. Have you gained a better understanding of the crisis now faced by the First?
Better is not the word I would use.
No, yeah.
Some lands may have been spared the flood, but the survivors live only to suffer. There seems no end to the horrors inflicted by the Sin Eaters.
Indeed. Those abominations are a calamity in their own right. And I can well imagine how hopeless the task of eradicating them must seem to you. But after countless battles and untold sacrifice, we have identified a potential weakness. Sin Eaters are drawn to serve the strongest of their kind, a class of creature we call Light Wardens. And
Oh, fuck, I actually missed that.
Just as an ant colony will perish in the absence of its queen, we believe that the death of a Light Warden will cause the lesser creatures within its sphere of influence to disperse.
Makes sense.
I have a feeling Eulmore might have something to say about any concerted action we take against these monsters. Vorthra's command over the Sin Eaters is integral to Eulmoran society. In seeming to guarantee his people's safety, it guarantees their obedience. He will not take kindly to us depriving him of such useful allies.
Agreed. Thus we will need to occupy or otherwise divert his forces whilst we proceed with the business of eliminating the Wardens. Until we have done so, all other considerations must be set aside if we are to forestall the 8th Umbral Calamity.
We're going to connect this tower and Eorzea's tower with Grahatia, and both of them, that tower is going to link the two worlds. Just projecting this now.
Your uncertainty is understandable given the circumstances. Perhaps a more detailed explanation is in order. To begin at the beginning, then. In the ancient past, a single star was divided into 14 worlds. This is the source, your home. These others are the 13 shards, in whose number we find the first. Though physically separate, they retain a connection to each other, and with the source especially. Now, let us assume that a given element in one of the shards attains abnormal ascendancy. Just as water will flow from the highest point to the lowest, the excess energy will begin trickling into the source. And such an influx of ether will of course exert a palpable influence. If the element in question were fire, then drought and wildfires might ensue. If it were ice, one might expect the weather to turn bitterly cold. As ether continues to pour in, such phenomena will become more and more extreme, until eventually, a single, untimely event triggers a disaster which cracks the barrier dividing the two worlds. What was once a trickle now becomes a deluge, sweeping the shard along to be rejoined with the source. At the same time, the element which held sway in the shard is unleashed in full, its energies amplifying the original disaster to truly catastrophic proportions.
These are the calamities.
An earthquake thus magnified might strike with enough force to shatter continents. A tidal wave might swell to a size capable of drowning entire nations. These devastating events are what we refer to as umbral calamities. 7 times has a calamity befallen the source. 7 times has a shard been absorbed.
I wonder if the positions actually mean something, because these aren't random. There's a pattern to this. That's the 5th, that's water. The Great Flood. It's Calamity of Ice. We have 7.
At present, the light-drowned realm of the First stands perilously close to meeting the conditions for a rejoining. It is the Sin Eaters who are to blame for the light's continued dominance. In addition to attracting their lesser kin, the Light Wardens I mentioned earlier radiate ether, saturating every corner of their territory with light. Even here in the flood-spared region of Northrend, their influence is strong enough to banish night from the sky. Thus, if we are to restore balance to the First and head off a potential calamity, it is imperative that we put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
Yeah. Good theory, at least.
We've been doing our best to take the fight to the enemy ever since we first heard the Exarch's explanation.
Though we have yet to claim any meaningful victories if truth be told. Apart from being confoundingly elusive, the Light Wardens possess a troublesome quality which compelled us to delay our plans until such time as you arrived.
Forgive the interruption, my lord, but Hallminster Switch is requesting reinforcements. They say the Sin Eaters are attacking in force, and the village could soon be overrun.
Alert the guard. We should be prepared in case the fighting reaches the Crystarium. You have command of our forces in the field, Captain, but hold off on entering the town until I arrive. That goes for...
My lord.
I do like her actual mail.
Pray, lend us your strength. Such a fight will provide you with far greater insight than any explanation I could offer.
I skipped over a couple dialogue things there on accident. Which is the north of Lakeland, so we must make haste with our preparations. Back, meet me outside the Crystarium at the crossroads northwest of the Incenser Gate. Should lead you there myself. I have no idea. Not being over-exaggerated still throws me off. Most of the time, the VA goes a little over the top with it. Well, this is the first time we've actually really kind of got... So we've kind of got ham-fisted into this area, which is the hub world. And then we went to the south, and we went to the west. Now this is the first time we're actually really venturing out into the rest of Shadowbringers. This is from where we came. Oh, these are 70. Wait, 71. I didn't cross the threshold. I did cross the threshold. Okay, I'm already in 71 territory. Neat. Forest of the Lost Shepherd. There's the shore. The source. I went through a lot of story, actually. It doesn't feel like I really went through a lot of story. The fact that I've already... Because Stormblood, it took forever to get from 60 to 61. Heavensward took forever to get from 50 to 51. Now, her accent is really good. Also, we follow the road north to arrive at the northern staging point. The village itself lies not far beyond. Quickly now. Oh, he's all the way fuck off up here. Well, I do want to hit that. I want to hit Fort Job first. Didn't even see those. That's gonna hurt though. I'm on level for that. Well, realistically, I'm actually about 75. I need to actually start looking at other gear. Barkeep, thank you for the resub. It's already been 10 months, hasn't it? It's going pretty well. How about you? Okay. Rev, don't you have like actual like things to do? Cocoa levels 2. Oh yeah, that is fair. I need to go up there. See, that makes sense though. Having a high point as the actual staging point for Bird. Due to my recent promotion. No, you're all good. Like, I also haven't been even streaming. I hope your promotion's going pretty well though. It's definitely a lot of responsibility. Things needed to do tonight. Well, I mean, did you in your static raid? Don't you have to go through like No, you still have to go through Endwalker your raid for the week to get your tombstones. What do you mean? You're not done. I know for a fact you mapped out those tombstones and you have to get those tombstones, your weekly allotment. Offer NPC support as an alternative to players and duties. Right. And my stress so high, I've lost 30 pounds in a month. That's rough. I'm sorry about that. No, I get what it's like to have unreliable management and unreliable coworkers. I get it. But I wish you the best. Hopefully, kind of corrects itself sooner rather than later. It's soaking with a custom mic. That's amazing. It's gonna take me a second, but I'll get there. I mostly through Stormblood, I accepted taxis and stuff. I'm not gonna accept taxis. Like I'm cool, like you know, just vibing and you know, riding my whatever amount of choice around. But it does affect the experience in its whole. So I'm gonna keep it with that. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not really relying on taxis. But yeah, feel free to just you know, hop around, fly around. Their mechanic want to fix it themselves. Exactly. Everyone's a mechanic until, you know, until they throw a rod or drop the engine. That's a gate. Past these gates and through the woods, not exactly in your neighbor to the Xtaran, but as we occupy the same region, we have built up something of a cooperative relationship. Help me with what? Oh, I guess that's why I'm going to the FC house. Town's like a form like anything we've ever seen in recent years. The rest evacuate the village, as many as half remain. By the number of eaters present, we've got good reason to believe that a light warden leads the attack. How convenient. Seems like we'll have a chance to slay a warden sooner than expected. One does not simply slay a warden. Has no one told you what happens if you defeat one of those fiends? They hold more light inside them than all the underlings put together. It can be struck down but the essence won't dissipate like the weaker kind. Vile ether will billow outwards and envelop the nearest living being. Reckless young swordman, perhaps. Turn her a brand new warden. So that's what we saw with the Echo. And actually the Resonance as well. Because remember the Sahagin in ARR was the same Sahagin chieftain as he possessed a new body. And the Ascians, right? Like we saw the first emperor, quote unquote, right? How he can, you know, go to between his clones and take them over. Similar subject. Actually, it's very Ascian-like now that I think about it. So at that point, do we got any white aurosite around? Any white aurosite that we can trap that light in and disperse it? Because as long as it disperses and isn't coalesced anymore, I think that's really the key deciding factor there. We can leave the particular quandary to us. I must ask the guard to stand down and allow us to engage this leader of eaters alone. Concentrate on the survivors. We will save every life we can. What if... Understood, my lord. As a captain of the guard, however, will not watch you brave such name without an escort from rank. Scientist that I go with you. I want to know what he's fused with, that he's half blue, or if he's half crystal. I need to understand that plot point. Unless that is Grahatia. That can't be Grahatia. It could be Grahatia. That might be Grahatia, actually. Doesn't have the ear. Unless his ears are folded down. I'm very curious. Well, then our warden slang pride shall introduce himself. Olivier's, Captain Lena, last but not least. Oh, hi at me. No, I'll figure it out sooner rather than later. Little group indeed. Into Holminster we go. Once we reach the light warden, do not hold back and strike to kill. Duty finder, duty finder, duty finder. Damn it. Of course it's duty finder. Well, of course you know. Of course people in chat know. Not fishing for that information. Main snare request. So we still... Interesting. Duty support duty for the memory. Party will need to follow the same rules exposed with duty finder. Find party members with duty finder as usual. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Alright. Figure we can go ahead and do this. Yeah, I figured you wanted in. What do you mean I'm party leader? No. I don't want that responsibility. His chin to other characters. I mean, yeah, I could see that. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so this is the stupid Ruby Sea one. This is the stupid ghost ship of this expansion. It is legally distinct. I don't like that. That's a lot of webs. A lot of eggs, too. It's more, yeah, it's more like Ark. Yeah, I've had to have this discussion many, many times. Oh, damn. Well, we're going to be hurting for Reaper damage this time because of... We're going to be hurting for Reaper damage. That bear is now a light bear. Big pull. No, this dungeon actually goes really hard. I'm liking it so far. Well, Rev's dead. I'm dead. Might have been a little big. Then she got a Master Grade Gundam kit, heavy arms Gundam as well. Nice, going pretty well. Glad you're enjoying a Master Grade kit. I have been meaning to get to my Master Grade Cubelay, and I saw a Master Grade Sazabi actually. I even saw a 00 Riser, I think, recently, but I didn't buy it because I just don't have the space. See, here's the thing: is that I picked up Warrior, so now I get to shitpost Rev at some at points and be like, Rev, you want to let me Warrior now? Nah, it happens. Sometimes you make big pulls, sometimes the pulls don't work out. It happens. Oh, Rev's dead again. To be fair, I need to be doing way better on my rotation, in all fairness. Nope, dead. Warrior in months. Why did you pick Warrior out of curiosity? Well, hold up. Let's give Rev the benefit of the doubt. If he hasn't picked it up in months, I mean, it's like me trying... If you asked me to pick up Red Mage right now, even at 50 content, I would fumble like a mother trucker. Like, I am not a Red Mage, and it's been too long since I picked it up to remember it. It happens. It's all good. He's probably... He is using raw intuition. I mean, you kind of are blue DPS, to be fair. It happens. Hobby Lobby was bigger than the Master Grade kit next to it. It was HG. Yeah, some of those HGs, they get real fucking big. To be fair, Sage is also kind of a hard class. There's a reason I haven't picked it up since I did the intro quest. I need to actually spend some quality time with Sage. We're in a circle. I mean, it's the whole reason I'm running Shadowbringers as Reaper. I want to learn Reaper, so that's fine. See, we cleared it. It's all good. Atfieren's getting used to it. Yeah, mostly she's getting used to it. There's just a lot going on at first. Negation is you have to know what's coming or have a good. Yeah, exactly. It happens. Sometimes you either make big, sometimes you make big pulls. Sometimes the pull just ends up not working. Sometimes you're still getting used to a class. I come from a lot of games where we shame people. Well, people have shamed people because, oh, you're not playing this correctly. The thing I like about 14 is you can go pick it. I could go pick up Red Mage, right? Run the next dungeon as Red Mage. And people generally would be pretty understanding. Obviously, you get that one odd group, right? Everyone gets that one odd group every once in a while. But at the end of the day, I mean, as long as you're having fun, as long as you're enjoying the class, that's all that really matters. We're fine. We can clear this next one. See, it was a rocky start. We got it. We got it eventually. We got our footing. I'm also literally a brute. I like warrior. I like being able to just self-sustain. I camp my my bloodwetting. Hey, it's the one from before. Its wing is missing. I owe you. I owe you an absolute time. White Mage and Red Mage. Well, and I have immense respect for a Red Mage. White Mage is probably the healer I'm going to go with, I'm being completely honest. I'm getting out of that. Whoa, hello. I'm done with you. Maybe I am done with you. Why does the soundtrack go this hard? Wasn't this similar to something? No, Amdapor Keep. Hard, right? That was a statue, right? It wasn't an actual... Wasn't this, right? That might have a cleave on it, though. Get my rotation down a little better. Oh, Tamsin, you ate that hit. So this isn't the final boss, so that means this was calling. Oh, we're gonna see What's-Her-Face now. What's-Her-Face who got taken, or who got transformed. I keep thinking I have Onslaught in my kit because I was playing Warrior Unsynced. I do not have Onslaught. I have not Onslaught in my kit. This does give you generous time, actually. I will give it that. Good shit, everybody. No wipes. Yeah, Tesleen, yeah, we're gonna see her. Oh, hey, it's Einhander. It's these things. Low key remind me of Sword and Shield's opening, actually, for some reason. Yeah, we can stop there. I need to use my spooky slice a lot fucking more. Gallows. Full slice. There we go. A lot more power. Dash Jack closes in Shadowbringers to a certain point. Right, no. Right now, it's fine. Like, I know, and that's the thing. In Savages and Ultimates and stuff, I have no time. I've seen in Omega Savage alone, there is no time. You have to know the mechanics. So at a certain point, absolutely, it's gonna be there's gonna be a huge swap over. So I kind of I'm a little like forgiving myself the first few times, but in an activity, eventually I will start to be like, okay, no, I need to actually pick this up. Because I know I have the mechanical skill too. Wow, Spooky Slice is back up again already. One's down. Gallows. Give it. Done. There we go. See, I'm starting to get the hang of Reaper a little bit more. My rotation could be a little tighter. Absolutely. But there's always room for... My game starts at 90. My game starts at max level, much like RuneScape does. I will always have... Yeah, there she is. Tesleen the Forgiven. That's awful. Give it, restart. Circle. I'm 2, 3, you're 4. That's gonna hurt. Well, I guess we had 2 stacks technically. Run. That was... I thought somebody got a bone stack there. Trying to figure out how this is set up. 2, dash to 3, dash to 4. I can arcane... Oh, I should have arcane circled that. Six. We know it doesn't matter. It's mostly just, once again, like Black Mage kind of, you know, instilled into me slide casting is kind of a fucking thing that I have to do. So I still move. No, there's one stack. Okay. I need to be popping True North way more. Fine, we can push. She's dead. Hell's Gate, what the hell is that? Got something. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing good tonight. In that DBS I had Red Slappy Circle, Doom, aka the Tank Buster on, but steering away from the boss. Knowing I was going to die just further away from the boss. Well, and that's, I mean, that's, some of those things make sense though. Because like if you have, you know, if you have the stack marker, I mean, you could hypothetically, I mean, there's things you could hypothetically do. Move the hit away from as many team members as you can. I mean, that's valid. 2, 3. Four, 1. Take that. Hey, Gris, you can kill the entire alliance there. One. Witness me, right? Yeah. No, there's a number of things you can do. I mean, it's also just like running away, making like, because like a lot of the stack markers in A Realm Reborn don't have cleave, right? But you still want to, you know, good practice, keep that tank marker away from your team, right? One slice. I'll get back here. One, 2. Man, you really just shit out damage as Reaper. Actually, as a samurai, first we play samurai, it was a very easy transition for me going from Black Mage to samurai, as they're very similar in certain aspects. I'm actually a little pissed. A little pissed that Reaper kind of works the way it does. Yes, that's the side. Was there someone who was paying attention standing behind them? Well, nice knowing you, my friend. Meanwhile, the healer is already getting prepped. Exactly. Healer's already. I'll get my silent. I'll get my instant cast on. Get my swift cast up. Right, there. Spooky slice. No, this dungeon actually goes pretty hard. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna look like? Oh, I hate this. Philia. Huh. That is a name, son. I'm gonna pop that for you. And a lot of these things are starting to hit a lot harder too. Rear. Flank. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, so you're saying about being quick on that. Get off, let's get off there. There we go. Approximately 1 Vuln snack. Okay, so it's gonna go that way, and it's gonna turn and go this way. Interesting. You got a Vuln. Okay, Vuln really got down for that. You good, Tamsin? Let's see how well this goes. On me, on me. Playing. Oh, God, that is a tight fucking... I'm gonna be dead with this next hit. I don't have seal up either. I'm dead. Baby jailed? Maybe? Maybe? There we go. Thank you. Circle. Ooh, God. That did more than 10% of my HP, though. I think I popped it a second too late. Who needs a healer? Oh, my God. I hate everything about that. Everything about that monster just awful. Wheel of Cards started bring more mechanics in the story fights, like visual and audio tells the boss does, rather than just using a marker. Right? Yeah. No, and I need to watch a lot more of that. So it's a good learning experience. Shadowbringers is where that really starts to come out. Yeah, no, you're watching the fist, yeah. I mean, sure, you're watching for the mechanic markers and stuff like that, but you need to be watching the boss as well. Yeah, I get that.
It's releasing its ether! Fall back! We cannot let it touch us! Quickly, my lord, we must withdraw!
That will not be necessary, Captain. Though I appreciate your concern. The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether relinquished by its predecessor. But now we have a way to contain that corruption.
Is it us?
The blessing of light. And the hero who wields it now stands before you.
Yeah. That would be us. So we're just gonna be the light variant of the Ascians now? Is that what's gonna happen? Oh, it broke through the...
Behold!
Oh!
The monster's power is broken, and the world, twisted by its touch, returns to its rightful form.
I'm getting Twilight Princess vibes, actually, a little bit. Right, no, I can see that. I can see them bridging the gap with that. This is the first time they've seen night in like 100 years. That's got to be wild. There are people alive that did not ever see this. They're probably freaking out right now.
What's happening?
Yeah, they never would have seen it. Yeah, exactly. What's happening?
It's so beautiful.
People are like, man, I feel really like tired now.
The sunless sea. The warrior of darkness has come.
Is that what I think it is?
The night sky. As it should be.
Who are you people? You killed a warden, then bathed in its ether as if it were a spring shower, and
I love her.
now the sky? The legends are true.
It's not just this world's logic. I mean, too much of anything is going to be oppressive, right? Like, look, if you look directly into a road flare or a laser, right, is that not going to damage your eyes? That being said, if you can't see, you're going to stub your toe, right?
How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one possessed of her blessing. For you. You have vanquished the Light Warden of Lakeland, and for the first time in a century, darkness has returned to the mantle of night. Without the ever-present light to sustain them, the Sin Eaters will have no choice but to retreat. Yet our victory is far from complete. Though darkness has fallen here, the other Wardens yet bask beneath burning skies, feasting upon what little life remains. Even should it cost me all I have, I would see each and every one of them slain, that this world might be spared from oblivion. Not only for the first, but for the source as well. Save one, and we save the other. But, be that as it may, I concede it was wrong of me to summon you to this fight against your will. I swear, on my life, I will one day atone for that deed. But for the present, I beg you stay and see this fight to its conclusion. Cast down the Wardens and restore darkness to the first.
There he is in the background. He's like, well, you did it.
On behalf of the first, I offer you my deepest thanks.
I understand there is much at stake here, Exarch, but why do you risk yourself so readily? It must have been a dangerous drain on your ether to summon even one person across the rift.
I do it for my people, of course. To give the Crystarium the tomorrow it deserves.
That is true now, yes, but the city had yet to be built when you first called forth the Crystal Tower. I'm simply curious to know what prompted you to commit yourself so completely to this particular cause.
There are things which we can ill afford to lose. And I sensed from the first that I had a part to play in preserving them.
I vibe with this.
Forgive me. I fear the events of the day may have taken their toll. Despite appearances, I am an old man. One burdened with many difficult memories, some too painful to recall.
Well then, I'm sorry for pressing you. It's a family failing, I'm afraid.
One which has served us well more often than not. Needless to say, we will continue to fight at your side until the last Sin Eater is defeated.
Come then, my warriors of darkness. Let us gather the surviving villagers and make our way back to the Crystarium.
I mean, bold of you to assume that light inherently equals order, chaos equals darkness. It's almost like it's a 2x2 grid. Light, order, chaos, dark. None of them are inherently the same. How quickly you've justified my faith in you. So many lives saved in the sky itself heralds your success. A single victory in a larger struggle, perhaps a momentous one nonetheless. I actually got a lot of experience from that dungeon, Jesus. Now as for how we proceed from here. Villagers were evacuated earlier than would have. The villagers that we evacuated earlier have arrived safely in Crystarium. Seem to be accepting of the situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the sky to worry about wounds or lost homes. Whisper and wonder if the warrior of darkness has come. It is to be expected. Last favor, would you be so kind as to conceal your involvement in this endeavor for the time being? Seeing the light recede from Lakeland is a momentous occasion. Many will be swept into a maelstrom of excitement and confusion. Come forth, legendary warrior darkness, fear that no matter how good your intentions, such an appearance would throw the city into disarray. Yes, it would. Suffering from success. I find myself in agreement with the Exarch, although the concerns are more focused on Eulmore. Best to maintain a low profile until we see how Valther responds to all of this. Yeah, that too. My thing, so we cannot freely celebrate your success. Pray allow me, your heart be buoyed. Excuse me. Pray allow your heart be buoyed to the joy of our citizens. Joy surely bring it to being. I'm getting a little tired. must ask the same discretion of you, Captain. It's my intention to share with the people who tell the great warrior who stood defiance to the city. This unnamed champion defeated the Light Warden and since departed for parts unknown, yes? Yes, my lord. Your penchant for mystery is nothing new, and I will encourage the folk not to question this either. Although, I expect to be told the whole truth of it one day, about all of you. Settle us, return to the Crystarium and make sure to address the people. The explanations and adjustments will consume much of my time, so pray take the opportunity to rest and recover from your exploits, and think you don't even need to shutter the windows to enjoy a dark and peaceful night's sleep. No, Vothri is going to absolutely throw a tantrum. This is the epilogue for the 71 series. Well, I guess the 70 series, technically. On and coordinate the evacuation of the remaining survivors. I hesitate to ask, after all you've done here, could I ask you to pass a message on your way to the pendants? Bragi, know that we bring you a number of injured and that any restoratives in the markets need to be reserved for the infirmary. Start making our own way back to the Crystarium slowly, mind you. Wouldn't do to arrive too soon after the Exarch. Staying behind as well, there's something I need to check on Holminster. Already went through the village top to bottom. We should all take the chance to rest, you included. I knew one of those years, and I can't just rest, not now. But please, I wish to be left alone for a while, and that means you as well, Kip. Be cross if you try to follow me. I promise to find you later when I feel myself again. You and me, shall we? Yep, so I mean, at that point, it's leading me back to the Crystarium. So, I mean, I think that is a really, really good stopping point there. This was an amazing introduction into Shadowbringers. This was actually really interesting, and I can't wait to see what else it brings. This is going to be quite an expansion, as it has been thus far. It's going to be very interesting. Yeah, I'm at the house. Change back into regular. It's interesting so far, I will say that, and I think playing Reaper is the correct call here, as it gets me used to Reaper, it gets me used to some of the rotations and stuff. Sure, I do prefer Samurai, I do prefer Black Mage, but for all intents and purposes, Shadowbringer has a good start. Very good start in regards to kind of taking existing lore and turning it on its head, all that fun stuff. I mean, we've had the Warrior of Darkness in 3.3. I'm glad that we kind of addressed it. We even saw, looks like, Hydaelyn, Minfilia. We saw that already, which was very, very interesting. So I'm very curious to see where it's going to go. I'm very interested to see where this expansion goes. This is a new thing here for you. Define. Is there? But yeah, let me know in the comments section what you thought of this. Are you excited to get through Shadowbringers? You excited to see my journey through Shadowbringers? And yeah, I'll see you all in the next time.